Hello and welcome to Read and Learn English. Today we begin a new and exciting story. It is called Secrets of the Sumerian Tablet. This is a story about a boy named Sammy. He finds an old golden tablet in the desert. But this is not just a simple object. It holds a secret from ancient times, a secret that can change the world. Together with two smart archaeologists, Sammy goes on a journey to learn the truth. They travel through deserts, face danger, solve old riddles, and uncover hidden wisdom. This story will help you enjoy reading and learn English with easy words and short sentences. Let's begin the adventure now. Chapter 1. Whispers from the Past. It was a hot, dry day in Iraq. The wind blew across the sand. In the desert, a group of people worked with small tools. They were digging near an old ruin. This place was once part of ancient Sumer, one of the first great civilizations. Among the workers was a young man named Sammy. He was only 16 years old. His father was an archaeologist. Sammy helped him during school holidays. He liked history. He liked finding old things and learning about the past. That day, something strange happened. While digging near a wall, Sammy's tool hit something hard. Clink. It was not stone. It was not a bone. It sounded different. "Father," Sammy called out, "I found something." His father, Dr. Hadi, walked over. He carefully brushed away the dirt. Soon, they saw it. A flat piece of clay with markings on it. The clay was dry and brown. The marks were small, square shapes. "It's a tablet," Dr. Hadi said. "A Sumerian tablet." Everyone gathered around. The tablet was about the size of a book. It had strange writing all over it. The writing was called cuneiform. It was the way the Sumerians wrote more than 4,000 years ago. Dr. Hadi looked excited. "This is special," he said. "Very old and very complete. Maybe it has a story or a message." They put the tablet in a safe box. Then they took it back to their tent. Later that night, Sammy looked at the tablet again. He felt something strange. It was like the tablet was calling to him. He couldn't read the writing, but it felt familiar, like a whisper from a dream. "Can we read it?" Sammy asked. "Not yet," his father said. "We must clean it. Then we take it to the museum. Experts will study it." Sammy nodded, but he couldn't stop thinking about it. He had a dream that night. In the dream, he stood in a big stone room. A voice said, "Find the truth." The past is waiting. When he woke up, his heart was beating fast. He looked at the tablet again. "What are you?" he whispered. The next day, they packed up. The tablet was going to Baghdad. But Sammy felt that this was just the beginning. The tablet was not just old. It was important. It had a secret. And maybe it had chosen him. Chapter 2. The Forgotten Script. The museum in Baghdad was quiet and cool. Inside, the tablet sat on a glass table. A bright light shone down on it. Experts from around the country came to look at it. Sammy stood with his father and watched. "This is very rare," said Dr. Layla, a language expert. "The writing is early cuneiform. But some symbols are strange." Dr. Hadi nodded. "Yes, it looks like a story, but also a message. Something is different." Dr. Layla took photos and made copies of the writing. She read some words aloud. "King, son, gift, door." "What does it mean?" Sammy asked. "We are not sure yet," Dr. Layla said. "It talks about a king and a door to wisdom. It may be a legend." Sammy looked closer. He pointed to a symbol. "This one, it looks like a star." Dr. Layla smiled. "Yes. The Sumerians watched the stars. Maybe the tablet talks about time or space." Later, Sammy sat in the museum library. He read books about Sumer. He learned they built cities, made laws, and wrote stories. But they also had secrets. Some tablets spoke of gods, magic, and lost knowledge. That night, he had another dream. In it, he walked through an old city. People in long robes wrote on tablets. A voice said, "The tablet shows the way. Only one with a pure heart can find the truth." Sammy woke up shaking. He wrote the dream in a notebook. The next morning, Dr. Hadi looked worried. "The tablet is missing," he said. "What?" Sammy said. "Someone took it. The glass case is broken." The police came. They asked questions, but no one saw anything. Sammy felt sad. Why would someone steal it? Dr. Layla frowned. Maybe they know what it means. Maybe they want it secret. Sammy made a choice. He would not give up. He would find out the truth about the tablet. He would follow the signs. The tablet was calling to him, and he was ready. Chapter 3. The Hidden Map. Sammy sat in his room with his notebook. He looked at his dream again. The tablet shows the way. What did that mean? The tablet was gone. But luckily, Dr. Layla had made copies of the writing. Sammy asked her for one of the photos. She handed it to him. "Here you go, but remember, we still don't understand it." Sammy stared at the photo for a long time. The marks looked like a story, but also like shapes. He used a pencil to trace the symbols. Then, he looked at them from far away. Suddenly, he saw something new. "Wait. This is not just writing," he said. "It's a map." He called his father and Dr. Layla. "Look at this. The lines and symbols, they form a picture. This part looks like a river, and here, maybe a mountain?" Dr. Hadi looked closer. "That does look like the Euphrates River, and that curve, it could be the old city of Ur." Dr. Layla was surprised. "You might be right. This is not just text, it's a hidden map." Sammy smiled. "I think the tablet is showing us where to go." "But go where?" Dr. Hadi asked. "There is a small star symbol on the map," Sammy said. "Maybe it marks something." Dr. Layla nodded. "Ancient people used stars to guide them. This could be a place of importance." They brought the map to the museum director. He agreed to let them go and follow the map. A small team was formed. Dr. Hadi, Dr. Layla, Sammy, and 2 helpers. Before leaving, Dr. Hadi looked at Sammy. "You were right. The tablet is more than a story. Let's find out what it wants to show us." That night, Sammy had another dream. This time, he saw a door made of stone. Behind it, there was a golden light. A voice said, "Only truth opens the way." Sammy knew. The journey had begun. Chapter 4. Journey to Ur. The road to Ur was long and hot. The car moved slowly over the rocky land. Sammy looked out the window. He saw dry hills, old trees, and quiet villages. After many hours, they reached the ruins of Ur. It was once a great city in Sumer. Now, only broken walls and stones remained. Sammy stepped out of the car. The sun was strong. The wind blew sand around his feet. "This is where the map leads," he said. They set up camp near the ruins. Then they began to look around. Dr. Hadi had the photo of the tablet. He compared it to the land. "This way," he pointed. They walked toward a broken wall. Behind it was a deep hole in the ground. It looked like an old well. "This is on the map," Sammy said. "The star is close to this spot." Dr. Layla used a flashlight to look inside the hole. "It's deep," she said, "but I see something shiny at the bottom." The team worked together. They used ropes to go down safely. Sammy went last. When he reached the bottom, he gasped. On the wall inside the hole were the same symbols from the tablet. "They match," he shouted. Dr. Hadi touched the wall. This must be the place the tablet spoke of. They searched the area. After some time, Sammy found a small door made of stone. It was part of the ground. "There's something under here," he said. They carefully lifted the stone. Under it was a narrow tunnel. "Should we go in?" Sammy asked. Dr. Hadi nodded. "We came all this way. We have to try." They moved slowly through the tunnel. The air was cool. On the walls there were carvings of stars, eyes, and old kings. Sammy felt the tablet's power again. It was like a song in his mind, soft but strong. After walking for 10 minutes, they reached a large room. In the center was a box made of gold and stone. Symbols covered the box. "This must be what the tablet wanted to show us," Dr. Layla said. Dr. Hadi reached out to touch the box. It was warm. Sammy took a deep breath. "What's inside?" They all looked at each other. Dr. Hadi smiled. "Let's find out." Chapter 5. The Desert's Warning. Sammy stood near the stone box. The golden lines on it glowed in the low light. His heart beat fast. Dr. Hadi opened the box slowly. Inside there was no gold or treasure. Just a second clay tablet. It was smaller than the first, but the symbols were just as strange. Dr. Layla picked it up gently. "This one is different," she said. "The writing is not just cuneiform, it looks even older." Suddenly, a cold wind blew through the tunnel. The torchlights shook. Sammy felt the air change. It was quiet. Too quiet. "What was that?" he whispered. Then a soft voice echoed through the tunnel. It did not come from any of them. The voice was deep and slow. "You were not called here. Leave now." Everyone froze. "Did you hear that?" Dr. Hadi asked. Sammy nodded. "Yes, it spoke to us." Dr. Layla looked around. "It came from the walls, or maybe from the tablet itself," the voice returned. "This place is guarded. The path is not for the greedy. Only those with a pure heart may continue." Sammy stepped forward. "We mean no harm," he said. "We are here to learn." The walls rumbled. Dust fell from above. Then a shape appeared in the shadows, a tall figure made of sand and wind. Its eyes glowed like fire. It was the guardian of the tablet. Dr. Hadi stepped back. "Is it real?" "Yes," Dr. Layla said. "It is the ancient spirit, a protector." The guardian spoke again. "You opened the box. You found the second tablet. But you must prove your purpose. If your heart is untrue, you will not leave." Sammy took a deep breath. "How do we prove it?" The spirit raised a hand. A small flame appeared in the air. "Touch the flame," it said. "If your spirit is good, you may pass." Dr. Hadi looked unsure. This could be dangerous. But Sammy stepped forward. He reached out and touched the flame. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, the flame turned soft and golden. It did not burn him. The guardian nodded. "You may continue, but be warned, the path ahead is full of tests. Not all who enter return." Then, the guardian faded away like dust in the wind. Sammy turned to the others. "We're allowed to go on, but we have to be careful." They picked up the second tablet and walked deeper into the tunnel. A new path had opened. What they would find next, no one knew. Chapter 6. The Chamber of Echoes. The tunnel grew darker as the team walked forward. Only their flashlights lit the way. Sammy felt the air grow cooler. It smelled like earth and stone. After walking for a long time, they reached a large door. Symbols covered the surface. The door looked very old. Sammy looked at the second tablet. "Some of the same symbols are here," he said. "Maybe it tells us how to open the door." Dr. Layla read the marks. It says, "Speak the name of the first light." "What is the first light?" Dr. Hadi asked. Sami thought hard. Could it be the sun? He stepped forward and whispered, "Shamash," the name of the Sumerian sun god. Suddenly the door opened with a low sound. Inside was a huge underground room. The walls were high and carvings covered every side. The carvings showed stars, kings, animals, and fire. "It's the Chamber of Echoes," Dr. Layla said. "It was only a legend." Sami walked slowly. "Why is it called that?" He clapped his hands. The sound echoed many times, louder and louder. It was like voices filled the room. They moved further in, but as they walked, they heard strange sounds. Click. The ground under Dr. Hadi moved. A stone sank down. "Wait!" Sami shouted. Suddenly, arrows shot from the walls. They all ducked. One arrow hit Dr. Layla's backpack. "It's a trap!" she cried. They moved quickly and carefully. Sami saw more stones with strange marks. "Don't step on the square ones," he warned. "Only walk on the circle stones." The team followed his lead. Bit by bit, they crossed the room. No more traps went off. In the center of the chamber, there was another box. This one was made of black stone and gold. On top of it were 4 golden stars. Dr. Layla read the words on the side. "Only the brave may open this box." Sami looked at the others. "Should we open it?" Dr. Hadi nodded. "We've come this far." Sami placed his hand on the lid. It felt cold. He slowly opened it. Inside was a scroll made of thin metal. It had more symbols and a picture of a pyramid. "This is not just a story," Dr. Layla said. "This is a map to something even older." Sami looked at the scroll and smiled. The tablet was just the beginning. There's more to find. Chapter 7. The Code of Kings. Sami held the metal scroll in his hands. The symbols on it were old but clear. The team sat around him, looking at the strange writing. "This is not just a map," said Dr. Layla. "This scroll tells a story." She began to read slowly. "A long time ago, there was a Sumerian king. His name was Enlil-Za. He was wise and strong. He ruled with peace and knowledge." Sami listened carefully. "What happened to him?" Dr. Hadi answered. "The scroll says he had a secret. A powerful secret. Something he called the Code of Kings. He believed it could protect the world." Sami's eyes widened. "What is the Code of Kings?" Dr. Layla pointed to a drawing on the scroll. It showed a triangle with symbols inside and a star above it. "It may be a message, or a key. The scroll says only someone with a true heart can unlock it." "Where is the code now?" Sami asked. Dr. Layla looked at the last part of the scroll. It says, "Buried under the whispering stones, where the light meets the sand." "That sounds like a riddle," said Sami. "Yes," Dr. Hadi said. "But maybe it means a real place. Maybe we can find it." The team packed their things and left the Chamber of Echoes. They walked back through the tunnels and came out into the bright desert sun. Sami felt something strange in the air. It was warm, but peaceful. He looked at the scroll again. "What are the whispering stones?" Dr. Layla said. "There is a valley near here. People say the wind makes sounds like voices there." "That must be the place," Sami said. They drove across the desert. After 2 hours, they reached a narrow valley with tall rocks on each side. The wind blew gently, and it did sound like whispering. "This is it," said Dr. Hadi. "Let's look for where the light meets the sand." Sami noticed the sun shining on a big flat rock. "Over there." They walked to the rock. At its base, they saw marks on the ground. They dug slowly and carefully. After some time, they found a stone door. Dr. Layla smiled. We found it, the tomb of King Enlilza. Sammy felt nervous. Are we ready? Dr. Hadi nodded. Let's go. The Code of Kings is waiting. Chapter 8. Voices in the Dust. The stone door opened slowly. A cold wind came out from the dark tunnel. The team held their flashlights tightly. They stepped inside. The tunnel was small but long. The walls were full of drawings. They showed people building cities, looking at the stars, and reading from tablets. This is a story, said Dr. Layla, the story of a great king. As they walked, Sammy heard something strange, soft whispers in the air. At first, he thought it was just the wind, but then he heard words. Protect the truth, share the light. He looked around. Did you hear that? Dr. Hadi said. Yes. It sounds like voices. They moved forward. The whispering grew louder. The tunnel opened into a wide room. In the center was a stone chair. A crown made of gold rested on it. This was the king's chamber, said Dr. Layla. The walls were covered in dust, but behind the dust were more symbols. Sammy wiped part of the wall with his sleeve. The symbols began to glow faintly. Suddenly, the room changed. They were still there, but it felt different. The air shimmered like heat. They could see shapes, like ghosts, moving on the walls. They saw King Enlilza sitting on the throne. People bowed before him. He raised his hand and spoke words no one understood. It's like a memory, said Sammy. The past is speaking to us. The king pointed to a large box in front of him. The ghost image faded, but the box was now real. Sammy stepped toward it. The box opened on its own. Inside was a golden tablet. Dr. Layla read the writing on the tablet. This is the Code of Kings. It says, lead with truth, rule with heart, protect knowledge. Sammy smiled. That's his secret. It's not magic. It's wisdom. The voices whispered again. You understand. You are ready. The golden light from the tablet filled the room. Then it slowly faded. Everything was quiet again. Dr. Hadi looked at Sammy. You were chosen for a reason. Sammy felt calm. Now I know why I had those dreams. They took the golden tablet carefully and left the chamber. The whispers were gone, but their message stayed in Sammy's heart. He looked back one more time and whispered, Thank you, King Enlilza. We will protect your secret. Chapter 9. The Curse Awakens. Sammy sat quietly with the golden tablet in his hands. They were back at camp, resting after a long day. Dr. Layla carefully cleaned the tablet and read the symbols again. There's more writing on the back, she said. Sammy leaned closer. Can we read it? Dr. Hadi looked worried. We should be careful. Many stories say some ancient things are protected by curses. But this could help us, said Sammy. We've come this far. Dr. Layla slowly turned the tablet over. On the back, the gold was darker. The symbols were sharper and harder to read. As she spoke the words out loud, the wind around them grew stronger. Something's wrong, Dr. Hadi said. The sky turned dark. The sand began to blow in circles. Suddenly the tablet shook in Sammy's hands. A crack appeared down the middle. A strange black mist rose from it. Then a voice came from the wind. It was deep and angry. You have awakened the curse. The seal is broken. Now face what you have disturbed. The team stood up quickly. What did we do? Sammy shouted over the wind. The writing on the back was a warning, said Dr. Layla. It wasn't meant to be read aloud. Out of the sand, a figure appeared. It was tall and wore an old crown. Its eyes glowed red. It's him, said Sammy. It's the cursed king. No, said Doctor. Hadi, it's not Enlilzah. This is another, a forgotten ruler. The ghost spoke again. I was once a king, but I chose power over peace. I was sealed away for my crimes. Now I return because of you. Sammy stepped forward. We didn't know. We're only here to learn. The ghost pointed at him. Then you must fix what you have done. Find the final inscription. Only it can send me back. Where is it? Dr. Layla asked. The ghost pointed toward the east. In the City of Shadows. Then the ghost vanished. The storm stopped. The wind grew calm. But the damage was done. Sammy looked at the tablet again. The crack had stopped glowing, but the curse was awake. We must go to the City of Shadows, he said. It's the only way to stop this. Dr. Hadi nodded. We leave at sunrise. That night, no one slept well. Chapter 10. The Final Inscription. The sun rose over the desert. Sami and the team packed their things and followed the ghost's direction, east, toward the City of Shadows. After hours of travel, they reached a place where old buildings stood broken and silent. The air was dry and still. Nothing moved. This place is older than said Dr. Layla. It was once a great city, but now it's forgotten. They walked carefully between broken walls and stone statues. The symbols here were different, sharper and deeper. Then they saw it, a tall tower with black stone. At the top, something shined in the light. That must be it, said Sammy. They entered the tower. Inside, the air was cold. The steps were steep. Slowly, they climbed up. At the top was a round room. On the wall was a large stone with glowing writing. It was the final inscription. Sammy walked closer. The writing changed as he looked at it. It was now in a language he could read. It's a riddle, he said. It says, to bring peace you must return what was taken. The heart of the king lies in the golden light. What does that mean? Asked Dr. Hadi. Sammy thought. The golden tablet. We must return it to where it was found. Suddenly the ghost king appeared again. His red eyes glowed brighter. You are close, he said. But time is short. Return the tablet before the sun sets, or I will remain forever. The team rushed down the tower and drove fast, back to the Whispering Stones. The sun was already starting to set. They reached the place where they had found the tomb of King Enlilzah. Hurry! Shouted Dr. Layla. Sammy ran into the tomb with the tablet. He placed it back inside the black box. He whispered, We're sorry. We only wanted to learn. The ground shook. A bright light filled the room. The box closed on its own. The Ghost King appeared one last time. His face was calm now. You have done well. The balance is restored. The curse is broken. Then he faded into golden dust. Outside, the sky turned peaceful again. Sammy looked at the others. It's over. We did it. Dr. Layla smiled. The final inscription saved us. Dr. Hadi added, and now we know. True power is not in secrets. It is in wisdom. As the stars filled the night sky, the team sat together, quiet and thankful. They had faced danger, learned from the past, and returned peace to the ancient world. Chapter 11. The Truth of the Tablet. The team sat quietly near their camp. The curse was gone. The golden tablet was back in its place. But questions remained. Sammy stared into the fire. Why was the tablet made if no one was meant to find it? Dr. Layla looked thoughtful. Maybe we missed something. Maybe the message was not for us, but for the future. Dr. Hadi nodded. There are more symbols in the tomb. We should go back one last time. The next morning, they returned to the Whispering Stones. Inside the tomb, the air felt calm. The golden box was closed, but the walls now looked different. Sammy walked along the wall. New carvings had appeared. He wiped off the dust. Under it, he saw a message glowing faintly. Dr. Layla read it aloud. To those who seek power, stop. To those who seek truth, listen. This tablet holds no gold, no treasure. It holds the voice of peace, meant to teach, not rule. Sammy's eyes widened. It was never meant to be used to control people. Dr. Hadi continued reading. King Enlil-Za saw war. He saw rulers who wanted power, so he created the tablet and hid it with a message of peace. Dr. Layla smiled. He hoped only those with kind hearts would find it, people like us. Sammy felt proud. We passed his test. Even with danger, we chose to protect knowledge. The wall glowed brighter. A door slowly opened behind the golden box. Inside was a small room with a single stone table. On it sat another tablet, not gold, but clay. Dr. Layla picked it up. It's old, older than the golden one. She read it slowly. The truth is not hidden in gold. It is shared through stories, passed from voice to voice. Let this be your gift to the world. Sammy whispered, It's the real secret. The tablet's true purpose is to share peace, not keep it locked away. Dr. Hadi nodded. Now we understand. The team left the tomb. They took nothing with them, only the clay tablet with the message of peace. Chapter 12. Wisdom returned. The journey back to the city was quiet. Sammy looked out the window, holding the clay tablet carefully. His heart felt full. He had seen danger, history, and truth. Back at the museum, reporters waited. Cameras flashed. People wanted to know what they found. Dr. Layla stood at the front. We found something more important than treasure, she said. We found wisdom from the past. She held up the clay tablet. This message was hidden for thousands of years. Now we bring it back to the world. It says, peace is the real treasure. The crowd listened. Some people smiled. Others wiped tears from their eyes. Dr. Hadi added, We must remember what ancient people tried to teach us. Power does not last, but truth and kindness live forever. Sammy stepped forward. He was nervous but brave. I had strange dreams, he said. They led me to the tablet. I didn't understand at first, but now I know. It chose us. The people clapped, children waved, news spread quickly. In the weeks that followed, schools taught the story of the tablet. People talked about King Enlil-Za and his message. The clay tablet was placed in a museum, not behind glass, but in the open, so everyone could read it. One day, Sammy sat by the tablet. A little girl asked, Is this real? Yes, Sammy said, and its message is for you too. Always choose peace. Always learn from the past. She smiled. I will. Dr. Layla and Dr. Hadi joined him. We did something good, she said. Dr. Hadi added, The ancient voices are quiet now, but their wisdom still speaks. Sammy looked up at the sky. He whispered, Thank you, King Enlil-Za. Your message is safe. We will share it with the world. And so the story of the tablet and its message of peace was not forgotten. It lived on in hearts, in books, in voices, not hidden in gold, but shining in the truth. Thank you for watching this story on Read and Learn English. The story of secrets of the Sumerian tablet has now ended. Sammy and his friends did not find gold or treasure, but they found something even more important: wisdom. They learned that the past holds powerful lessons. The Sumerian king, Enlil-Za, left a message of peace, and now that message is shared with the world. We hope you enjoyed the story and learned new English words. If you liked this story, please like, share, and subscribe to Read and Learn English for more easy stories. See you next time, and remember, the best treasure is knowledge.